The front door slammed so hard the hallway picture rattled, the glass ticking like a nervous tooth. I woke with my heart already racing, as if my body knew before my mind did. It was 2:17 a.m. The house smelled wrong. Sharp perfume cut with cold night air and something sour beneath it, like regret. She stood there, keys shaking in her hand, mascara streaked down her cheeks, eyes wild and unfocused. When she looked at me, she didn't say hello. She said, "I messed up," and I felt something ancient and fragile inside me crack. For a second, I thought she meant a flat tire, a bar fight, anything small enough to fix. I sat up, sheets tangled around my legs, watching her sway as if the floor were a boat deck. The clock glowed red on the nightstand, the numbers pulsing like a warning. "What happened?" I asked, already bargaining with the air. "Please let it be something stupid. Please let me laugh about it tomorrow." She walked past me without answering, heels clicking unevenly, leaving a trail of perfume and silence. I followed her to the kitchen. The overhead light hummed to life, unforgiving. She braced herself against the counter, shoulders shaking, and finally looked at me like I was a stranger she'd wronged in a past life. "I can't keep lying," she said. The word lying landed between us and stayed there. I thought back to the little things I'd been collecting and discarding for months. The way she'd started locking her phone face down. How girls' night had become weekly, then twice a week. The sudden gym obsession. The new lace bras folded carefully at the back of the drawer. Each time, I told myself I was paranoid. I loved her. Love makes you generous with excuses. "Just tell me," I said, gripping the edge of the table. My knuckles were white, numb. I was terrified of the answer, and more terrified of the waiting. She swallowed hard. It started a few months ago. Her voice was steady now, like she practiced. I didn't mean for it to. It was just talking. I felt seen. The room seemed to tilt. Talking. Seen. Words with soft edges, designed to dull the blade. "Who?" I asked. She hesitated, eyes flicking to window like she might escape through it. "Mark." The name hit me like a punch to the sternum. Mark. My friend. My groomsman. The guy who'd helped us move into this house. Who'd sat at this very table laughing about burnt burgers and mortgage rates. My ears rang. Mark from work. I said, even though I knew. She nodded, tears spilling freely now. It wasn't supposed to be like this. The denial surged up hot and fierce. "No," I said too quickly. "No. You're drunk. You're upset. You don't mean." "I slept with him," she said, cutting through me with surgical precision. "Tonight." Silence swallowed the kitchen. The fridge kicked on a low mechanical growl, and somewhere a car passed, tires whispering on asphalt. I waited for the pain to explode, but instead there was a hollow, echoing calm. My body felt distant, like I was watching this happen to someone else. "Girls' night." I repeated, tasting the lie. "You were with him." She nodded again, smaller this time. I tried to stop. I really did. But I felt, I don't know, alive. Alive. The word sparked something ugly and electric in my chest. "So what am I?" I asked. "Dead." She flinched. "That's not fair." A laugh tore out of me, sharp and broken. "Fair." I paced the length of the kitchen, my socks sliding on the tile. Images crashed into me uninvited. Her laugh, her hand on his arm, the intimacy of shared secrets. I remembered nights she'd come home late, kissing my cheek distractedly, saying she was tired. I remembered believing her. "I was going to end it," she said quickly. "I swear. Tonight was supposed to be goodbye." Of course it was. The oldest script in the world. I leaned against the counter across from her, the cold seeping through my bones. "How long?" I asked. She wiped her nose with the back of her hand. 6 months. 6 months. Half a year of parallel lives, of me loving her honestly while she rationed pieces of herself elsewhere. The anger finally broke through, hot and blinding. "Did you love him?" I demanded. She hesitated again, and that hesitation told me everything. "I don't know," she whispered. "I love how he made me feel. The admission was almost worse than the act. I thought of the vows we'd written ourselves, of the promises about choosing each other even when it was hard. I thought of the future I'd been building in my head, brick by careful brick. It all collapsed inward, dust choking me. I walked past her to the living room, needing space, air. Our wedding photo sat on the mantel, us frozen in joy. I picked it up and turned it face down. Is he the reason you've been distant? I asked, my voice oddly calm. The reason you don't touch me anymore? She followed me, wringing her hands. I was confused. I didn't want to hurt you. I rounded on her. You didn't want to hurt me? The words shook. You let me plan vacations. You let me talk about kids. Her face crumpled. I was scared. We stood there, wreckage between us. Part of me wanted to scream, to throw something, to demand details until I bled them dry. Another part wanted to rewind time, to pretend this was a nightmare I could wake up from. Love doesn't die cleanly. It clings and scratches. What do you want now? I asked finally. She took a shaky breath. I want to be honest. I want to try to fix this. The twist came then, quiet but devastating.